I hope y'all didn't see that. Did y'all see that intro? Because that was a mess. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time just for fun, just in case. Get in here, everybody get in here. Get in here, everybody get in here. It's time for a legendary show. All right. I know y'all got that one, chill. Y'all had to get that. Y'all definitely got that, okay? The girls definitely got that one. Let me make sure that the girls really got what we needed to give. So we at where we need to be. Okay? What is going on? Let me rearrange some of my screens a little bit. I need some of y'all over here. I need some of y'all popping out over here, child. It's just a lot going on. I'm hoping y'all ready to kick it and kiki for a little bit. I'm having me a little cocktail, just a small cocktail, okay? Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I'm moving a lot of stuff around across my screens and stuff. So, but we're gonna get into some things. All right. Child, yes. So it has been an explosive week, and I just was like late on the tee because I had the Jaguar Wright interview, and where Jaguar Wright came out and really shook the table, and everybody was reporting my video, and it got alleged that she had saw Megan Thee Stallion eating on Nicki Minaj. Now, if you guys haven't watched that video, you go back and watch that video. All right. But in the midst of that happening, and I know all the girls is waiting for me to really get into it so we can just talk about it and kind of digest it. And I'm going to be all the way honest with y'all today because I have no dog in the fight. I really don't care about either one, just to be honest with you. So while this was happening, I was supposed to be gagging because the Wannabe remix came out with Cardi B, and Cardi B was busting shots at Bia, and Bia responded, and so they had a beef, okay? So let's just start with the conversation of the Wannabe remix first. All right, so the Wannabe remix first, for me, I actually liked it. I liked Cardi B on the remix. I didn't need it, but I liked Cardi B on it. I liked Cardi B on the Wannabe remix, okay? I like when she got into her hickory dickory die, taking my picture to die. I liked her on that. She sounded good. This is one of her better verses. So shout out to her for that. However, I feel like she did them more of a service than it did her. I feel like in the sense of she illuminated them more, and instead, like, it made her smaller, because they're both on they're both higher than her on the BillBoard Hot 100 top 10 list for female rappers too. And we're going to get into that as well. But that's a little bit later on in the show. We're going to go through everyone that's on the list. It's a whole thing. So get ready. So I'm hearing the Wannabe remix. I liked it, and at first I wanted her to be at the end, but I'm like, well, they probably did that because neither Meg or Glorilla was going to change their verse. So they just didn't want us to probably have to sit through all of that. Let's just get to the Cardi B verse. And let's do what we got to do. I thought it was great. I didn't mind it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought she sounded good on it. The general consensus is it was okay. The only problem is with Cardi B, it's just kind of like, everything is okay. Nothing is outstanding. Nothing is monumental. Nothing is like a wow factor. She's missing that moment. However, I do feel like it was okay and it was good. I would listen to it. But is she the first artist that I'm gonna go turn on? No, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the show. So the song is actually good. I like the song. Y'all know I did a challenge to it and everything. I was supposed to be gagging according to her because I had put out there that I felt like her and Megan Thee Stallion were not cool, or not cool like that, but the girls get into this place where they have to prove me wrong because it's like, we haven't been proved that wrong on different things. So I put out a tweet and I was like, the girls are saying that Cardi B announced something in lieu of Megan Thee Stallion's tour, and she kind of felt some type of way and was trying to say like, she can't wait till later on in the week because the people are going to gag, and I essentially don't know what I'm talking about, and this, then, the third. I'm gonna just be honest with you, as far as, because everybody's like, well, yeah, they did a record together. She pulled Cardi B out on her show. Like I said on Twitter and everywhere else, and I'll say it here, at the end of the day, it's corporate. Okay. I mean, it's a chess move. Cardi B, she can't work with anyone else. All she works with is Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla. I mean, I personally feel as though, yeah, they could be cool. I don't think that they're just best of friends. I don't think that they just dislike each other. But you can't help but to see, like, Megan Thee Stallion does certain things. When Cardi B does certain things, Megan Thee Stallion does something that one up her. You know, it just is what it is. And for me, if I'm Cardi B, there would have been no way I would have been brought out on Megan Thee Stallion's tour. Not because I don't like Megan Thee Stallion, but because as of lately, Cardi's been very cocky. You know, of course I'm going to be invited. I'm Cardi B. But yeah, you're Cardi B with no world tour, no arena tour, no city tour, no album. You get what I'm saying? So it's like now Megan Thee Stallion is now bringing you out on tour with Glorilla, which is your cousin. You guys do work together. You know, one of her biggest songs was with you. Your biggest verses was with her. Yet her and Megan Thee Stallion have a collaboration, and Megan Thee Stallion took her on tour and then brought you out as a guest. So for me, that's not a gag. For me, you look like you're going down the ladder instead of moving the needle forward. Okay, so I don't know why people felt like that was a gag. I was just saying, you know, for you to be Cardi B, 5 number ones, you got 5 number nones, all my hits live in the top 10, and I'm that girl of the girls. You should have been bringing the girls of the girls out on your tour. You shouldn't have been coming out as a guest, and then you shouldn't have been coming down the stairs after you've opened the door for the girls, coming back inside to the house of the door that you've opened and jumped on their record. Once you've hit that, you've done that, you flipped that, you've reversed it. How many times are you going to try to rework the Glorilla Megan Thee Stallion wheel? That's my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't gagging at something that has been rinsed, washed, repeated, rinsed, washed, repeated, rinsed, washed, repeated, and done again. You know what I mean? So when you gag me, you do something different. You don't gag me doing the same thing you've been doing for the last 3-4 years. That's just me. Okay? But it's not about that. I'm just saying, when we're talking about the music and getting into some things, that is what it was. Now, Cardi B did open the door for female rappers. She did. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I don't like gatekeeping either. But let's talk about why the door got open if we're keeping it 100. The door got open because labels, management, strippers, other female rappers, they saw Cardi B and said, well, shit, if she can do it, so can I. If this is what it takes, if people like this, I can rap better than her. I think I'm better than her. I'm a stripper too. At that moment, everybody wanted them. Everybody wanted a stripper. Everybody wanted anybody that they felt like had 1 million followers that can bring some engagement to get a deal. That is what door opened. People did not respect Cardi B as a phenomenal rapper, as an extraordinary talent. They saw her as an Instagram come-up story and said, hey, you know what? If she can do it, well, shit, so can I. That's what happened. And the floodgates got open because businesses said, well, hell, we all need a version of Cardi B. Now, did that really work? No. Because she held it down with invasion of privacy for so long. But she did open the doors, but it is what it is. You know, but let's be very clear what doors she opened. She opened the doors for a lot of trash. It's no shade. It's not her fault, but it's just a lot of people felt like, hell, they felt, not me. I feel like she's talented. I feel like she actually is really good as a rapper. But I feel like people felt as though, well, if you're going to let her in and she's trash, I'm at least just as good. Or if not, I mean, I may be a little better or just as good. So I can rap too. So we got to be clear on certain things. But with that being said, I did like the Wannabe remix. Now, she whacked Bia. She whacked Bia in the record. Okay. Okay. Where did she say? Hickory dickory dock. They take my picture. They give me. Okay. How about that? Thought she was on the shelf, IKEA. Hope she talk like that when I see her. B, please don't nobody want to be ya. Cheap looking, weak looking, great value, me looking, okay. Girl, delete every tweet looking, okay. So let's really get into what that means, okay. So Bia had felt some type of way when Cardi B dropped Like What, okay? Cardi B had dropped Like What, And Bia had dropped like what? Well, Bia had She's a like or That B, which was a great record by Bia. It was That B. Let me see if I can pull up a picture. Let me see if I could pull up a picture of Bia. Hold on. Let me see if I could pull it up. It's not pulling up here. But long story short, these two ended up getting into it because Bia felt like Cardi B copied her. Okay? Bia felt like Cardi B copied her, and Bia was throwing shots. But before this, it was already tension because Bia seemed as though that she liked Cardi B until she got associated with Nicki Minaj. Once she got associated with Nicki Minaj, Bia was deleting a lot of tweets. Okay? And so Bia was seemingly throwing shade at Cardi B when she felt like, Cardi B is copying me. I'm the standard. I'm a writer. I'm this, I'm that. She would do little things on Instagram. We called it out. Bia was subbing Cardi B. We called it out. Bia swore up and out. This is when I get frustrated and I don't be liking these girls because Bia is phony. Because Bia will sit there, throw the rock and hide her hand. Was making it seem like we, the people, the public, me, Armon, was being messy. Literally called me messy when she was subbing Cardi B. She called me messy, came under my thing and was like, you're messy. Unfollowed me and everything. Because remember, me and Bia had met at her release party. She was like, yeah, I know that you like the other side and this, that, and the third, whatever. I was like, yeah, it's cool. But with you too, like, it's no problem. We follow each other on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. But I think that they do that to try to control the narrative, right? She's like, oh, let's be friends, this, that, and the other. I'm like, girl, we cool, whatever. But when I start catching the tea, it's, oh, Armon, you're messy. And I don't like that because we're not messy here. What's messy about it? We're clocking the tea. You feel like this woman copied you, which most people probably would think that. Like, let's just call it a thing. If I'm an artist and I'm Bia, and I see Cardi B do a rendition of what I did or using the same beat, I'm probably going to assume she copied me too. And is she on the other side? I don't like her. You already didn't like her. There was an undertone of y'all didn't really see eye to eye anyway. Because you was over there with Nicki. So let's not act like that. And Cardi B, let's not act like you wouldn't think that somebody would have thought that you copied them. Because you would have thought that she copied you if she did that first. If you did it first and then she went back and did it. So let's not act like it didn't feel like, or both parties wouldn't have thought, hey, you kind of copied me. And if I'm B, I'm feeling like, well, she tried to one up me because she has the bigger platform and she has the bigger following. She has the bigger influence. So I would have definitely thought that. That was a fair thought. The problem is this, though. Bia, you didn't stand on business. You didn't stand on business until you got whacked. You tried to make it seem like it was everybody else, and everybody else was being messy until she whacked you. But you were playing nasty because you felt like Cardi B slighted you. So let's be very clear here. Bia, you started it. You started it. And it's no shade. Bia, you started it. Bia started this. You started it when you couldn't be an honest fan of Cardi B because you felt like you were with Nicki Minaj. You started it because you felt like she copied you, rightfully so. So you whacked her a bit subliminally, but you didn't stand on it, so I don't respect it. Because then you tried to blame me and call me messy. You tried to blame the fans and everyone else, and you was under the post. That's why I don't really rock with her like that, because it's like, girl, you talk shit, but you don't stand on it. Now, Cardi B whacked her good. Bia then comes back and has a diss record that she's ready to whack Cardi B with, but doesn't use that one because Cardi B then starts to threaten to sue, alleging that Cardi B was sleeping around on Offset. I don't know. I stay out of that people business. I don't know. That's not my business. But Bia was gonna come spill some tea. Instead of Cardi B getting in the booth, because you decided to respond to Bia anyway, who ain't on the list, you threatened to sue and start bringing up Tasha K. Girl, what rapper, real rapper, is getting out here ready to sue in hip hop? You're going to sue, I mean, it's one thing to sue a blogger, but this is hip hop. You threaten to sue? We don't know what's true or what's not. And then she gets online with her receipts and she does the social media thing. It's like, girl, what is this social media thing? Like, girl, I don't want to see you pull out a bunch of receipts on live and this, that, and the third. It was good to know that, you know, she said the conversation started out, Rocky. I'm like, oh, so Cardi B just calls everybody and just starts cussing everybody out. That's how she talks to people. Crazy. Couldn't be me. Not finna call me, cussing me out like you crazy. Like, girl, you're going to have some decorum. I don't give a damn who you are. Like, girl, have some respect. So she called Bia cursing her out, yelling at her, talking to her all kind of crazy because she Cardi B. Then everything got cool. It's like, girl, you're going to have to learn to talk to people because you clearly have lost your mind. And too many people have told you that it's okay for you to talk to them that way. I'm not that girl. So, hold on. Okay. So you now threaten to sue. I'm like, okay, girl, this is trash. So then Bia drops some trash. Let's be very clear. So Bia drops a record responding to Cardi B. Now, at this point, I'm going to be honest with you. Bia is supposed to be the writer of writers, but it's something about Bia in her rapping. It just gives me a snooze fest. And I'm gonna be honest with you. This felt way too deep. Like, what has got a dark soul and a bright future? I'ma let her know I'm a sharpshooter. Like, where are we going with this? I feel like Kid Cudi on a skateboard trying to feel like, I don't know, trying to be, deep and cool and, I don't know. Somebody go get Rhapsody and J. Cole and, tie him up with Kendrick Lamar and make me think and feel good with your dark soul and bright future, and you let her know with your sharpshooter. It's like, girl, get to the home, wreck it up. Like, girl, get to it. Let's get to the wah wah woo. Let's get to the whacking. You trying to come on, I'm a big Bia, wake me up, because I'm asleep. Been asleep for years. Okay? I'm asleep. I've been asleep for years. This is your moment. And you come in, you got a dark soul. I'm like, okay, so this is going to be typical Bia. It's going to be a snooze fest. It's going to be trash. But I will see let's see, because she talks about really, really writing, and she really, really her. So really, really let us know that you really, really her. And so this is what she came with. Let's see. Put it on your gang name, you in it. Put it on your name, you so gangster like your effing friends. Put it on your hubby, since you lying on your vows. I write all my come on, don't do that to me right now. I write all my verses. I can do this for hours. Well, that's cool. It's kind of if I let it F up inside my house. Ooh, that's some tea. Your money long. And you spit like you're saying that's ours. And you split that. Your nigga saying that's ours. Okay, Money Long. That was a nice bar. Put her A in the ground till she had to give me flowers. Okay. I was up in the Bronx and they said I'm good in the towers. Put that on God You ain't changed your face to mine. It's no shade. I've seen Bia and I've seen Cardi B up close. I'll leave it there. I'll get on your so I don't have to waste no time. Say you love yourself, B. You wouldn't put that on your kids. All that surgery and how you say you love yourself, B. You wouldn't put that on your kids. That was a bar. I think it's better reading than listening to her rap it. She don't even love herself because she wouldn't even put that on her kids. That was some nasty work. All that surgery and how your body looks so mid. Thought your was for the culture. You just trying to ride the wave. You should be home with your kids because B, you speak like second grade. Now, that was a gag for me because it was the idea of she did the play on culture and wave. But then if you didn't catch it, she said you speak like second grade. How do you speak like second grade? I mean, you can speak as if you're a second grader, or you can speak like a second grader. You can speak as if you're in second grade, but you don't speak like second grade. So that was an ode and a play on Cardi B is what, you know how she talked. Instead of Cardi B saying, that's like a second grader, Cardi B would just cut out the like and just say that's like second grade. That's second grade. That's like second grade. I don't know. I don't even know how to do it. I don't want to learn how to do it because I don't want to even fuck around and put that in my vocabulary. But you get what I'm saying. You speak like second grade. How do you speak like second grade? Second grade is not a person. It's not a noun. Person, place, or thing. Like, is it? How do you do it? I'm so confused. You can't speak like second grade. So that was a nasty whack. Because that was how Cardi B would say it. So she really played in her face right there. And that was a very subtle, clever ode. You know what I'm saying? So those who had really got into it was like, girl, you had really whacked her. That was one of my favorite whacks in this. Okay. What else did she say? Someone call a party because we gonna bake the cake. Okay, got a dark shoulder. Go ahead, tell your husband you wanna mention me, B. That's the benefit. Okay, that was a bold statement. Bought a Glock, but the drum comes separate. B, you probably write a spell before a rap. Ooh, that was a wild one. Writing in a demon Bible on the dash. I'll be good either way if I crash. Long time let it slide. I might relapse. Okay. CARD crying on IG. Catch another 2 because she can't catch a beat. Do I beef with you or do I beef with party? You've been scrapping projects since 2019. CARD crying on IG. Catch another 2 because she couldn't catch a beat. Do I beef with you or do I beef with party? You've been scratching projects in 2019. That was very nasty work. Now, on paper, outside of the dark soul and bright future, she whacked her all up and down the street. It was the delivery for me that was a snooze fest, and the flow for me that just felt so ass. You know what I'm saying? That was the fort in the cookie for me, if you know what I mean. Now, let's talk about it. Cardi B, why are you beefing with Bia? I'm just at the point where is Cardi B committed to just doing backflips down the off of the throne? Like, somebody give Cardi B a heel so she can just do cartwheels down that mother. I mean, you're a featured act on Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla tour. You double back and get on their record that I don't even believe charted higher than the record you had with Glorilla. Then you do another cartwheel back. You don't even diss JT. You do a cartwheel back to Bia, and Bia ain't on no list of hip hop. But you're real stern about beefing with Bia. And my whole thing is, I don't understand why she would even be wanting to beef with Bia when you were beefing with Nicki. Hell, I'd rather you beef with JT. At least JT is popping. You beef with Bia and then you're really into it. But Nicki, mind you, is telling the world that things can get uglier than. Whack you every chance you get, but you won't whack her. But then you're gonna whack a person like Bia who can't see who can't see the charts if her life depended on it. I don't understand this. So Cardi B goes online. She talks about how, she don't care about Bia, and Bia's nothing to her, and this, that, and the third, and she never want to be her, and never want to look like her, and this, that, and the third. Then Bia start coming in and talking about how, she don't like Cardi B tattoos, and Bia and Cardi B looks dirty with the tattoos, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm gonna be honest with you, Cardi B never gave me dirty in person. She actually looks really good in person. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's pretty to me in person. Body is everything to me. I give credit where credit is due. She's everything in person. But it's something about the dirty accusations that I just can't let slide. Who was that said that she called that woman a dirty Mexican? And now, Bia, you're in the group chat with you and your girlfriends calling Cardi B dirty too? I'm just saying, it's probably the way that she carries herself. It's probably the Corona bottles, the cigarettes, and the eating of the tattoos, and the just eating of it. That's probably why people think that, but she don't get me dirty. When I see her, I don't get dirty from her, so it's no shade. But a lot of people are feeling like she's dirty, and I'm just like, what is that tea? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but she's not now they've thrown on a dirt accusation on her, and I'm just like, oh, I never got dirty from her. Maybe fake, phony, but dirty, I don't know. So yes, I feel like she needs to be beefing with Bia? No. Cardi B's a bigger star than Bia. It did nothing for Cardi B but make her look like she is now beefing with the help. How are you letting Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla go on tour? JT catching BillBoard Hot 100s, going on a garage sale tour or whatever Nicki Minaj had or whatever the tour was. But, she's, doing her own little thing. Shout out to her. Ice Spice dropping this, that, and the third. You're somewhere in the gutters flip-flopping and slapping with Bia. Pulling out receipts. It's like, girl, who cares? I mean, that works for Bia, but that does nothing for you. But make us feel like, wow, you have really fallen down the totem pole. You've got Megan Thee Stallion now beefing with Nicki Minaj, and you're beefing with Bia. What does that look like? And then on top of that, Megan Thee Stallion is beefing with Nicki Minaj. You're beefing with Bia, and Megan Thee Stallion is pulling you out as a guest. And then you double doing backflips back to her and Glorilla record. And Glorilla is the second feature on the tour. You wasn't even an opener for the tour. You ain't on tour. And you beefing with Bia. Cardi B, you need to wake up, and the girlfriends around you need to tell you, hey, open your eyes. We're losing right now. I don't know why these girls keep telling you everything is okay. I don't know if you want them to speak English, Spanish, or French, but these girls are not telling you the truth. But maybe you want to just be used for engagement. I don't know. I wouldn't be beefing with Bia. She didn't have to beef with Bia. Honestly, Cardi B is a much more successful act. And the thing is, I'm really not here for Bia. And I'm like, while she did write some bars, I think Bia's trash as well because Bia's phony. Like, girl, why would you sit up here and lie and make it seem like everybody was being messy when you did not like this girl? And you were throwing shots. I can't respect Bia because Bia don't really stand on business like that. That's my thing. And it's personal for me because she blamed me and said I was lying. And I'm like, girl, now we're here. She literally was like, Armon, you're so messy. You're always reaching. Is this a reach? Because now you dissing her. And said her name in a record. And she threatened to sue you. Then laughed at your streams. So who's reaching? Who's messy? You or we the people? You guys are messy because, girl, you didn't like her because you felt slighted. And then you got mad. See, the thing is this. They get mad when we clock the T. Why do y'all get mad when we clock the T? We're just the general public. We're a bunch of broke nobodies. We don't know what's going on. We're just here to be entertained. And y'all give us stuff to talk about. And then try to make it seem like it's us. That's why I can't really respect being this. Yeah, she has some good stuff in there, but I can't really respect it because, girl, you lied. So, and I've never been a person that get up here and I'm no Tasha K. I don't give a damn about you or any other celebrity or anybody watching or may watch this in the future enough to make up a lie to go viral or be famous. I don't give a damn about you. Screw you. Girl, you can roll over or die. I wouldn't give a damn. I'm not finna make up no lie and risk my livelihood to go viral. Oh, well, girl. I'm old, girl. I ain't got time for it. I like to get up here and do what I got to do and get up out of here and go, and live my life. So I have no reason to lie. But see, the problem is y'all don't be liking when we start putting the pieces together and we start having these conversations because a lot of the people that y'all have around y'all just say yes for a picture and a phone call. And then you be mad when the girls come and start really having conversations and the shit come out. Then we're messy. Then it's men and all, and it's men and always in women business. Let me tell you something. First of all, I'm probably one of the most manliest looking gay men in women's business that there is. So y'all not finna read me when you got plenty men in wigs and makeup in women's business. Leave me alone. You girls trying to read me, girl. Leave me alone. You get what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you texting a man in a wig. And that wasn't for nobody. I'm just saying, let's be very clear here. Leave me alone. Okay? Now. But you trying to read me. The girls always love to read me. Wow. All right. Now. What else are we talking about? It's just so much going on, y'all. Y'all want to get into this top 10? Do y'all want to get into this top 10? Okay. Let me see. So BillBoard released It's top 10 hottest female rappers. Okay. Now, the metrics for that was BillBoard compiles the first ever hottest female rappers list based on quality of records, chart success, buzz within the culture, notable business endeavors, and partnerships ensuring success. Okay? For me, I feel like they got this list 100% correct, and every write-up on this list was fair and valid. So let's start at number 10. Flo Milli. I love that Flo Milli is number 10. I feel like she shows consistency, hard work, and I'm just glad that she's getting her flowers. And I hope that, here's what I'll say this really quick. I just hope that, and I want to come big screen. I hope that there becomes a day like artists like Flo Milli, because they've worked with like maybe a Cardi B, they could still get an opportunity to work with a Nicki Minaj. I want to say this. I commend female rappers these days because there's such a hierarchy now from like Nicki, Cardi, or now Nicki, Cardi, Meg, Glorilla. Like you just feel like you have to pick a side. And if I was a female rapper, unfortunately, I would almost not even want to do a record with Nicki Minaj or Cardi B because I don't want to be forced to pick a side. However, all the other female rappers seem to have done it too. So anybody you work with, they come from a Cardi B side or a Nicki side. And it's unfortunately when you work with anybody springing from either or side or branching off from either or side, you've been somehow aligned with that side. So unfortunately, I hope that kind of changes eventually. But because I would love to see Flo Milli get an opportunity to work with a Nicki, and I feel like she's unproblematic. However, people don't like that Flo Milli does not ever mention Nicki Minaj when she talks about, some of her inspirations and favorite female rapper. I mean, favorite musical inspiration. And as a rapper, she seems to mention like Beyonce and things like that. However, maybe she just wants to stay out of the clear. However, I like Flo Milli. Now let's read a little bit. Let's read a little bit about this, okay? Now, Flo Milli is enjoying a breakout year as an Alabama star stamped her way into mainstream glory when she dialed out the biggest hit of her career to date, Never Lose Me. Earlier this year, the song leaped into the top 20 on BillBoard and scored multiple remixes, most notably with SZA and Cardi B. The highly touted sequel lacked, here we go. I want you guys to watch them too, because here's another whack though, because, hold on. The highly touted sequel lacked the same punch as the original, which means she didn't need SZA or Cardi B on that record. But that didn't stifle Flo's momentum as she notched the highest debut of her career on the BillBoard 200 with the number 54 Bowing Fine Home. Okay, stay in March. Despite having a sniper approach when freestyling over the rapper's beats, Flo also shines at her sexiest as proven on Chow Lee's Swag It remix. Currently, Flo is on the road with Gunna on his Bittersweet tour, where she is serving as an opener. Okay? So that's a little bit of a whack, though. Because it's like, girl, the song wasn't as good. The song was better without the remixes than SZA and Cardi B was on the remix. Now, I just want you to keep that in mind, too, as we flow. But shout out to Flo Milli, been on tour Gunna and doing her thing. JT, okay? Now, I do have to say, this list is basically curated. I want to say this really quick. This list is supposed to be curated based upon this year. The first half of 2024. So who is hot from January to now? At the end of this year, BillBoard will do this again, and they will say who was the hottest female rapper of the year, or who's the hottest female rapper. Okay, so they're just taking a tally for the first half of the year. Then they're going to do it again. So these positions can change because they're going to do it again in December. and that's going to deem the hottest female rapper of 2024. Okay, just to let y'all know. So this is the hottest female rapper thus far in 2024, from January to June. Okay, just so you know, this is the 6-month ranking. This is what it's supposed to be. Okay. Now, JT, I love this for her. Though the future of City Girls remains to be seen, JT is rolling full steam ahead on her solo rap career. Riding solo and I'm still in a group / biggest in my city and I'm still in a coupe. The Miami MC spits on Sideways, a wavy single that offered a laid-back alternative to the club Ready OK, which recently debuted at number 7 on the Hot 100, making her first unaccompanied appearance on the chart. In the lead up to OK, JT has been hitting the club circuit as part of her Cinderella Club tour, connecting with fans across the country through a combination of jam-packed shows, extensive social media engagement, and fine-tuning her brand as the baddie with a stank attitude who leans into edgy, queer-coded fashion aesthetics. With collabs with Nicki Minaj and Doechii already under her belt, JT isn't cementing herself as City Girls. JT isn't just cementing herself as City Girls' strongest rapper. She's also committing to the unglamorous work of building an unwavering fan base. It's no wonder that kind of drive is already turning into career best returns for her before her debut solo mix, City Cinderella, has even arrived. That was a beautiful write-up on her. Shout out to that. And I personally feel as though, hey, it showed that she is the ultimate city girl. And what we have seen, now, we want to talk battle, we want to talk dollars and cents and money. We're showing, hey, Flo Milli worked with Cardi B. Flo Milli is on this chart. However, they touted it not being one of the best ones, not needing Cardi B. They didn't say JT needed Nicki Minaj, but they basically said, it kind of helps. She's worked with her. She had JT and Doechii and Nicki Minaj under her belt. So it seems like more complimentary that Nicki was affiliated with JT. Okay? And JT comes in at number 9. Lotto. I think I feel like they were trying to find a way to put Lotto on here, but they used a lot of her old stuff. I don't really want to read it because they're giving her stuff from pretty much, they talked about her beef with Ice Spice. Lotto was in a good position because Lotto is still one of those girls. Let's just read this part because this is the only part that matters in 2024 because all the other stuff that's supposed to qualify did not matter because it all happened in 2019 and 2020. And maybe 2022 or 2023, it didn't happen this year. But it says Lotto seems poised and ready for 2024 moment, also issuing a Megan Thee Stallion stamped remix of the aforementioned record earlier this week. Aforementioned, yes, child, I'm a little cocktail girl. So listen, so Lotto came in at number 8. That's a good placement for her. Lotto, I like Lotto, And at the end of the day, Lotto is a rapper's rapper, and she really works hard. And Lotto, one thing I can say about her, whether she gets a hit or not, she's going to keep producing music, and she's going to keep going. I'm noticing Creature Please is not on here. Sweetie is not on here. Those two women are not on here. Let's see. Coi Leray is not on here either. Coming in at a hot number 7 is Cardi B. Wait a minute. We're not at, hold on. So number 7 is Cardi B. Out of top 10 of this year, Cardi B is number 7 on the list. So at this point, you guys are not arguing who is top 4 anymore, Cardi B fans. Okay? You are no longer allowed to argue who is top 4. Top 5. Cardi B is not top 4, top 5, top 3. You argue top 7, top 10, last 5, last 3. You don't order. You don't argue top three. You order last. You argue last three. Top middle. Okay. So don't come in my space and try to argue me anything when Cardi B is number 7 on a top 5 on the top 10 female rappers. She's a poot away from being by next to JT. She's a burp away from being number 8. Okay? She's a poop away. She's a fart away from not being on the list. She should not be nowhere near number 7 with 5 number ones and 5 number nones. Grammy history. I am Cardi B. I am that girl. I opened the floodgates for the girl, and you're number 7 on the list of relevancy today. And see, this is important. I'm going to read the article first because y'all love to whack me. Y'all love to drag it when I'm talking and having my opinion and making it seem like I'm bitter or I'm hating on somebody or it's me being jealous. But we're talking momentum. This is talking not being number 7 after being number 1. That shows momentum, baby. So the reason for y'all, for all the fans in here calling me bitter, this is why your fave is number 7, because she's busy listening to you and thinking people like me are bitter. Now maybe is BillBoard bitter too? Is BillBoard hating on her? Is BillBoard jealous of her? Is BillBoard entitled? Is everybody else mad? Or is it just the facts? Now let's get into the write-up. And this is how it starts. As the clock continues to tick on Cardi B's long-awaited sophomore album, the Bronx firecracker is still shaking the room with her charm and fiery features. On Friday, May 31st, Mount Cardi erupted when she swiped at Bia on the remix to Glorilla's and Megan Thee Stallion's Wannabe, continuing her hellacious run as a top-tier co-star. Girl. Oh, a top-tier co-star. Bitch, I'll leave. A top-tier co-star. You are a co-star. Do y'all know what a co-star is? Co-star. You went from being the lead to you've been from being hot number 1 to the top tier co-star. Girl. Read it. That was a nasty one. That one kind of stunk. The Ice Spice, was that you? Goodness. That was some nasty work. Oof. Co-star is crazy. On hip hop hits. Now, I'm reading you what this says. Through Cardi's 2024 wait, hold on. I didn't say that right. So let's read it. Continue her hellacious run as a top-tier co-star on hip-hop hits. Okay. Though Cardi B's 2024 solo releases like What and Enough haven't garnered the same chatter as her Hot 100 chart-topping instant classics WAP and Bodak Yellow, Cardi B remains a highly sought-after name in the music and entertainment industry. So, she has a hellacious run as a top-tier co-star, but her solo releases haven't garnered the same chatter. And I'm a hater. It's there. Read the material. Baby, you're better off as a feature, as a guest. Your solo stuff is not there. But that's because, girl, y'all don't want the truth. The truth, I don't even need to read no more. She was featured in a Super Bowl commercial earlier this year and remains a household powerhouse on the branding side. Listen. She was featured in a Super Bowl commercial earlier this year and remains a household powerhouse on the branding side. Powerhouse on branding. With deals with Pepsi and Reebok and NYX Cosmetics. Though Cardi traditionally towers over the competition and stands along Meg and Nicki as the big three of female rap, the daunting question of Album 2's arrival will continue to hover over her career. This basically said Cardi B is nothing more than a one-album co-star feature influencer. That's it. She's an influencer that can get on a record here and there that'll give you some quick views. But when she tries to do it herself, it ain't gonna work. But when she gets in her brand deal bag, baby, that's where she's a household name. She's an influencer. And then, girl, she's social media. She's a kiki. She's fun. So get her on your record. You'll get some views really quick. Now, don't try to do it by yourself. That was 4 years ago. The shit don't stick now. This is what they're saying. You might want to not hear from me, but girl, I'm about to tell you, this is what they're saying. This is what they're saying. Yeah, y'all probably don't like this. Y'all not gonna like this at all. I knew y'all wasn't gonna like that at all. Ooh, let me get off her because I know it's hot over there somewhere. Ooh, child, that's some nasty work. Glorilla has surpassed Cardi B on the list. Now let's read this because this was also some nasty work. There was a blink and you'll miss it moment when everyone thought it was over for Glorilla. After a frankly insane 2022 run that included F&F, Big Blessed, and Tomorrow 2 with Cardi B, Glow dropped the Anyway Life's Great EP, which many felt fell short of expectations. A few months later, she dropped Cha Cha Cha, a 5EO foreign featuring drill ditty based around an Uchiwali sample, which appeared to be a misstep for the usually sure-footed Memphis native. It didn't help that her peers went from win to win hits and dominating playlists on social media. But just when everyone thought Glorilla would be resigned to the remember her, she came through with Yeah Glow, sampling the bangers, okay, run it up. Yeah Glow felt like a welcome return to form and made everyone remember why Glorilla was considered a future star in the first place. Big Glow, where you been? Man, everywhere. I'm working hard, she rapped, speaking directly to her detractors and doubters. Then while she had everyone blurting out Curbin, she announced that she was going on tour with Megan Thee Stallion. And as if to cement the fact that she's indeed back on her bully, she dropped Wannabe with Megan Thee Stallion right before she hit the road, giving her two simultaneous hits on the top 50 on the Hot 100. Turns out reports of her falling off were greatly exaggerated. And that moved Glorilla above Cardi B. Ice Spice somewhere pooting and farting. I know that whole stank because that's all she talk about. But let's be clear. Ice Spice emerged as the Billboard's R&B hip hop rookie of the year 2023 after scoring 4 Hot 100s on the top 10, including Boys a Liar, This, That, and the Third. Boys a Liar, Pink Panthers, and Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift. In 2024, Ice erasing any doubt of her individual hit-making capabilities with her debut album Y2K coming this year. Not only has she already given Sean Paul's 2002 classic Gimme a Light a modern-day flip, but she wreaked havoc with Thank You to You Not Even a Fart, which debuted at Billboard Hot 100's number 37, becoming her highest charting unaccompanied solo single. While relishing her solo wins, Ice delivered her best verse to date on the extra slizzy remix of Cash Cobain and Bay Swag's Song of the Summer contender, Fisher. Let's be clear here. Ice Spice is number 5. She is above Cardi B. A lot of the girls did not like that Ice Spice. I said Ice Spice was coming for spots. Now we're here. What was said and how I was said and where we were going. Let's check the materials. Cardi B has been deemed as a featured branding artist. Co-star, brand deal. Solo stuff, not so much. Ice Spice is now going on a world tour she just announced and dropping an album. They said Cardi B's second album will always daunt over her career because we don't know whether it's coming. So I don't ever want you guys, when I start giving my opinion, to discredit me because I already said a lot of this stuff already. That these publications and stuff is saying, y'all just don't like it because I don't work for Billboard. Or you feel like, oh, you're a flip-flopper. I'm not a flip-flopper. Are they flip-flopping? What have I said that it's been different? These are the facts. You see the materials. You see the numbers. You see the placement. I'm not arguing with you hoes no more. You go argue who's over who's last 3. Okay? Now, let's see. Number 4, Doja Cat. You know, we get it. Y'all love Doja Cat. One thing that I thought was interesting about this Doja Cat thing, though, because I didn't even really catch it. What happened here? Hold on. Doja Cat has been on the greater half of the Billboard Hot 100 literally since October for 35 weeks. So Doja Cat is a problem. I don't consider her as a rapper, but people do. She's number 4, so she's taking a spot up. It is what it is. Top 3, Megan Thee Stallion. Long right up. You want to hear this right up? When it comes to stars hailing from the 4th largest city in the United States, none shine brighter than Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter. But even Cowboy Carter would tip her hat to H-Town heads hottie. She did as much this past October when she invited Meg to perform their 2020 hit Savage remix during the Houston stop of the Renaissance Tour. For most artists, collaborating with Queen Bee on a Hot 100 #1 would be the highlight of their career, but not for Megan. That wasn't even the chart peak of her 2020, as the Body Cardi collab WAP spent 4 weeks atop the chart later that year. That's just what Meg does. That's just what Meg does. Makes hits, whether it's solo or with A-listers. Do you want me to review the materials of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion? Because I remember when I told you girls that number 1 and 2 is Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. Cardi B is not hotter than Megan Thee Stallion. Cardi B, even if you want to put her in top 5, top 3, is definitely Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. Let me read you. That's just what Meg does. Makes hits, whether it's solo or with A-listers. They did not call her a co-star. They said she can do it on her own. or she cannot. Meg's Midas touch allows her to go up against any rapper, male or female. You got to really get into the materials. Just look at her last chart topper. The major rap headline for 2024 has been the blockbuster beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, which resulted in a torrent of great diss records and even a couple of chart smashes. But before those two titans started their back and forth, Nicki Minaj and Megan kicked off the year with their own TTT, with the latter dropping Hiss, which debuted at #1, becoming her first accompanied #1 record and third in total to reach the top spot. And even though the song didn't stay there long, whack, it generated enough momentum for Megan to close a deal in February with Warner Music Group to distribute music released through her own Hot Girl Productions. It also came at a perfect time as she was gearing up for her first solo headlining arena tour, Hot Girl Summer Tour. And that's just music. We didn't even get into all the blue chip endorsements and partnership deals she's racked up over the past few years with companies like Coach, Cash App, Revlon, and most recently Nike. To quote the guy who started the company that's now manages Megan, she's not a businesswoman. She's well, you know the rest. That's the kind of write-up I want for a mother calling me the queen. If I'm top 2, top 3, that's the write-up I want. Don't you ever come and tell me that Cardi B is the head of Megan Thee Stallion. Because we're going to compare write-ups. That's a write-up. Don't you ever. That's the write-up I want. You get your fave off the ground. You girls, y'all not ready to really talk about it. That was a write-up. Okay? I just want to put out the material. Somebody in the chat say materials. This ain't even me, but I've already told you these things. But now when the white man say it, you'll probably have some merit. Maybe they'll say, hey, we got to do something different. Somebody say the materials. Amen. Wow. Think I farted. Ice, is that you? Now, amen. Let's continue down the road. Whew. I'm not having a discussion over Megan and Cardi no more. It's Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. Period. That's done. The spot is booked. The spot was took when she when she brought Cardi B out on her show. Yes. Hold on, Joe. It's just so much go out. We almost there. We almost there. Wow. We almost there. We got about 4,000 people on here, child, at 9 o'clock at night. And I know it's midnight somewhere. Now, this one was interesting. Number 2, Sexy Red. I'm going to be honest with you. Sexy Red could be number 1. If they would have put Sexy Red at number 1, I would not have been mad at this list. The only thing with Sexy Red being so high up, I'm interested to see if Sexy Red, if this is just a moment in time or if she will maintain it. But what's also interesting is, child, when we first saw Sexy Red, I didn't believe she would go this far. Remember, she was following behind Ice Spice a little bit. Ice Spice was hotter than her. And Sexy Red came through and cleared it. Imagine being able to make bangers and go viral so easily. So much so that people start to think that you must be some kind of conspiracy. They make up excuses for your success because you're too charming. Your beats are knocking, and the streets love you. When Sexy Red's Pound Town live performance first went viral, people thought she was a flash in the pan. I did, I'm not gonna lie. They called her ghetto, said she was a bad influence, as if all the ills of the world fell on her shoulders. Her detractors don't notice her humor and attention to detail, the way her music often calls back to Waka Flocka and Gucci Mane. And her outlandish moves benefited her on the charts as she carved out Hot 100 hits like Get It Sexy and Ski Yee. She also social media savvy with deep fried Instagram pics alongside Lana Del Rey and viral live performances in beauty stores. Now she's making appearances on NFL games and WWE shows. What's not to love? Get off your C. Dolores Tucker and let Sexy Red have fun because the St. Louis rapper is here to stay. So, I feel like I want to see if this is really a permanent spot for her. I feel like this is a hot spot for her right now, but a piece of me feels like this could be a revolving spot. But hey, I don't want to not. I want to see, is this a permanent spot? Because Sexy Red is hot. She is probably the hottest. It's no shade. They got it right. Sexy, but it just feels like she shouldn't be here. It feels like Meg or, it just feels like this is a random one, but I think that we're underestimating her. And really this goes to show that, wait, are we sleeping on Sexy Red? Because we don't, I feel like if we're being honest, it feels like we might be sleeping on Sexy Red because she's not as aesthetically appealing as a Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. We don't see her in that way. But she's not an ugly woman. So maybe we sleeping on Sexy. I would like to see it. Last but not least, the Queen, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj at number one. Number one. Mind you, Bia is not on this list. Can also say every girl that Nicki Minaj has touched is behind her. When we talk about Cardi B, there's only one girl that Cardi B has touched that's behind her, and that's Flo Milli. And they said that they didn't need her on that record. Everybody that Cardi B has touched is now in front of her. There's something to think about. Let's read. If you come for the Queen, you best not miss. Nicki remains the apex of the rap mountain 15 years after the release of her breakout mixtape Beam Me Up Scotty. Hip hop has continued to cycle through rappers looking to knock Nicki Minaj off the throne, and they haven't been able to hang for long in Gag City. Nicki turned in another memorable campaign in 2023 as her potent pen remains as sharp as ever. She co-signed Sexy Red for her first Hot 100 entry on Pound Town 2, which kicked off Sexy Red's ascension to stardom. It did. They got this right. I'm telling you, all this happened. Minaj then teamed up with Ice Spice for the Barbie World movie anthem and Hot 100 top 10 hit Barbie World, before capping off the year with the versatile Pink Friday 2, which topped the BillBoard Hot 200 with 228,000 first week units along with 14 of its tracks debuting on the Hot 100. The much anticipated sequel, set boasted a range of hits with something for just about every type of Nicki fan. She reaffirmed living legend status since by hitting the road for the Pink Friday 2 World Tour, where she reconnected with thousands of loyal barbs, taking over arenas across the continent for a Magenta Splash victory lap. Within the 34-date North American leg, the trek averaged just under 2,013,000 per night, providing that no matter what's going on in the world, Nicki remains the generation's centrifugal female force and sun that other planets continue to orbit. Centrifugal, I don't even know that word, that's so big, okay? And the sun that other planets continue to orbit, that was a write-up. Catch up. And there you have it. And there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. You might not like it. You might not like the delivery. But there you have it. So we will go on to spaces. And we'll get into some things. But there you have it. And I don't want anybody arguing over top 4 and top 5. Argue over top 10 and last 3. Okay? Top 9. Top, last 5. At the end of the day, but I do want to say, in all seriousness, shout out to all the girls that made the list, because there's a lot of women that could have wanted to make this list and they didn't. So shout out to Flo Millie. Special shout out to JT. Cardi B, I feel like she's holding on because she made such an impact when she first came out. But this does not feel like a win for Cardi B on this list. This needs to feel like a wake-up call. Like, girl, hey, you're falling down the list. This is not a compliment. This is a wake-up call. Like, hey, you're falling off. Pull it together, Cardi B. Get your life together. Get focused, because we don't even know what you got going on anymore. Now, Lotto feels a little, this is cool. Lotto's here. She's stable. Glorilla, this is definitely a win for her. She's on this list. She would have never been on this list before, had the Yeah Glow not dropped. Ice Spice on the list. Thriving. Doja Cat cemented. Whether I agree with it or not, she's there. And she continues to earn her keep. Megan Thee Stallion. Told you, I'm taking spots and going nowhere. Showing no signs of slowing down. Sexy Red is on the list. Easily the hottest female rapper this year. Nicki Minaj ain't going nowhere. Literally the standard. So, it was a great list. Yeah, child. And it was what it was. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 200,000 subscribers. I love you all. I'll see you girls on Spaces. Argue with your mammy. Argue with your daddy. Fart on yourself. But don't talk to me about it. Because at the end of the day, you girls are going to have to learn how to respect when I give my opinion. Ain't nobody hating. Ain't nobody mad. But the facts are the facts. Instead of getting your feelings, you should listen. Because then when these write-ups come out, y'all won't be feeling like hit dogs that's going to holler. Because we say a lot of this stuff here. And even when it comes to the beefs, I ain't never had to lie about no beef. Y'all may think I'm reaching. Y'all may think I'm stretching. But listen, I ain't been wrong yet. Every beef I said was a beef, child. Now, it is what it is. You don't like it. You don't like beef. You don't like celebrity news. You don't like female rap drama. This is not the channel for you. But I'm just letting you know, child, I ain't got to lie about nothing. I have no reason to lie. And for you female rappers out there, don't get in my DM and trying to be mad at me because the truth is out. Okay? And y'all trolls out there, y'all leave me alone. Because at the end of the day, you have a problem with what we talked about tonight, you go take that up with BillBoard. They said it, not me. Even though I said this already. The momentum has moved down. It's gone. Poof. It's not there. Instead of gagging me, baby, you need to gag some momentum. Do that. Now, I'll see you guys in a few. You know, we like a little good messy kiki. You know, girl, y'all. If I was up here like, yes, let's break down the latest headlines in BillBoard news, y'all would be over it. Y'all want a little bit of a crash show. This is why we here. Come on. You know we like a good argument or debate. This is a sport. What you thought we was going to do? Not argue? You thought we was going to sue? You supposed to argue. What, you thought I was going to have to sue you? What you in the game for? You ready to sue? We supposed to argue. All right. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you on Spaces. Subscribe to the channel. Love you all. See you soon. Peace out.